Kia EV9 2023 to 2025. It is the largest model on Hyundai Motors eGMP electric modular platform. Crossover length -5,010 mm, width -1,980 mm, height -1,755 mm. In these parameters, the EV9 model is comparable to the Kia Telluride gasoline crossover or the Mojave diesel SUV. At the same time, the wheelbase of the electric car is much larger, 3,100 mm versus 2,900 and 2,895 mm, respectively. Suspension is conventional springs. For such a brick, Kia EV9 has good aerodynamics. A near-smooth underbody, controlled flaps in the front bumper, opened only when necessary, and special wheels, from 19 to 21 inches in diameter to choose from, made it possible to achieve a drag coefficient of CD0.28. And some markets will also offer cameras instead of side mirrors. Simultaneously with the base version, the Kia EV9 GT line version, blue car in the pictures, is presented. It has an aggressive bumper design, more massive roof rails, plus 25 mm in height, and additional light cells built into the front fascia. And only for the GT line will subsequently be offered an autopilot of the third level HDP, Highway Driving Pilot, which will allow you to drive on highways without hands on the steering wheel. The system has 15 sensors, including 2 lidars in the front, but its fine-tuning has not yet been completed. However, all versions will have the usual adaptive cruise control. Kia EV9 has 3 rows of seats, and an electric vehicle platform with a battery under the bottom made it possible to make the floor in the cabin even and open up new possibilities for transformation. For example, one of the 3 proposed options for the captain's seats of the second row is supplemented with a swivel mechanism. The seats can be deployed against the move, like in full-fledged minivans or minibuses. And for the convenience of entry and exit, turn them 90 degrees, facing the door. The most luxurious seats of the second row are deprived of this possibility, but they have a partial electric drive, heating and ventilation. And the basic version is with a 3-seater sofa in the middle. In any case, the backs of the second and third rows, when folded, form a flat floor. Cup holders and USB ports are scattered throughout the cabin. The top version provides 10 airbags. On the front panel there is a single peakless panel with 2 screens, 12.3 inches each. The media system has an over-the-air update function, with which you can add new applications and options through the Kia Connect store after purchasing the car. To control the climate control, several analog buttons are left, but the hotkeys of the media system are made touch-sensitive. Interestingly, the control panel for heated and ventilated seats, as well as a heated steering wheel, is located on the door. The transmission selector is mounted on the steering column, but not instead of the right stalk, as in many modern models, but under it. Recycled materials and vegetable materials were used for interior decoration. The crossover is offered in 3 modifications. The base Kia EV9 RWD standard has rear-wheel drive with a single electric motor, 218 horsepower, 350 Nm, and a 76.1 kWh traction battery. The estimated acceleration time to hundreds is 8.2s. The RWD long-range version has a 99.8 kWh battery and is the longest range of the family, with 541 km on a single charge on a WLTP cycle, although the mileage of the other variants has not been made public. Moreover, for the sake of this indicator, the power of the electric motor was even reduced to 204 horsepower. Torque, the same 350 Nm, and the acceleration time to 100 km/h increased to 9.4s. At the top of the range is the Kia EV9 AWD all-wheel drive crossover, in which 2 electric motors produce a total of 385 horsepower and 600 Nm, allowing you to reach 100 km/h in 6 seconds. And for such an electric car, a paid option will be available that can be activated through the same online store, The boost mode can briefly increase the torque to 700 Newton meters, reducing the time to set hundreds to 5.3s. All all-wheel drive versions have a 99.8 kWh battery. The modular eGMP platform has an 800-volt electrical system and a DC charger up to 350 kilowatts. With it, you can replenish the charge for a run of 239 kilometers in just 15 minutes. And from the crossover you can charge another electric car or power a small house. The outlet produces power up to 3.7 kilowatts. The Kia EV9 will be produced in South Korea, with local dealers opening orders in the second quarter and sales beginning in the second half of the year. However, the main market for this giant will be North America. Pricing has yet to be announced, but tentatively the EV9 will start at $56,000 in the US.